People set you up?
No. All my friends are gay or Alicia. So.
That sounds like a dream.
Panda Express is coming. Do you want some? I can't. Thank you. Though.
Go.
Smell it really hard.
All right, here we go. Welcome to our shared channel and the first episode ever of the Overshare. Today, we are sharing our channel with Remi.
I'm so happy. So excited. Thank you for having me. I can't wait to share.
I'll be real with you. I have a major friend crush on you.
You already know Remi,
right?
Hello.
Working on the internet, obviously there's great things about it. How many friends have we all met online?
By just being like, want to be friends?
Yeah, let's meet up. Let's get lunch. Sometimes you actually do get the lunch.
True. I also feel like we're all just probably lonely because we spend a lot of time alone in our apartments.
100%.
And it's like, oh my God, you want to be friends?
Absolutely.
You are so inspirational, first off. Your journey, everything you have shared, your life is so inspiring, and I'm not BSing you. I actually mean it. And I'm drinking a little, so I might start crying. Also, you have so many followers. You're really successful as a businesswoman, and I think that's so awesome.
Thank you so much. This is just like the best thing ever.
Like, no,
Please
this
just
is
keep
we're
coming.
obsessed
Yes,
with your
yes.
show.
You are super, super open on your podcast.
And what's really funny is last night when I was trying to fall asleep, I was like, maybe I should stop, but then I'm here today. So I guess tomorrow's a new day.
How do you decide how much is too much and not too much?
I just kind of go for it. My mom and dad religiously listen to the podcast. It's really great when I'm talking about my sex life. It's the best.
One question that we're going to incorporate into every episode of this little show is something that we hold very near and dear to us. What cartoon character, what animated figure sparked your sexual awakening? That was like,
where do I begin?
I love that you have that reaction.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people give you the reaction like, a cartoon? What are you talking
Oh my
about?
God, no. Let me start.
start at the beginning, please.
Let me go
Let
off.
me get my list.
Yeah, I would say I think Prince Eric was like very early on.
So you're
was
going to pick a
good one.
human.
Well,
See, mine is Teenage Simba. What a babe.
Mine was Robin Hood was a fox, both figuratively and literally.
Oh.
Obviously,
fun.
we've talked about this a lot.
Oh
many
man. Well, yeah, sure.
Eric's a
I
good
guess I didn't
one,
have a non-human one. But more recently, have you watched, was it Big Hero 6 with Baymax?
Oh,
The brother.
I thought you were just going to say
I was like, the marshmallow
okay,
thing.
Remi.
The brother in that one. But that was only like a few years ago, and I was like, am I okay?
You felt like the perfect person to have as our first guest because you do overshare, but in a good way. Specifically, you do share a lot about your dating life. So we figured that's what we would tailor this episode to.
Perfect. Let's go for it.
Jocelyn doesn't have a dating life anymore because she's engaged.
Listen, let me tell you
know.
right now, I worked for this. I'm 37 years old. I have a lot of darkness in my past, a lot of great stories. You know what? I'm glad I waited it out. Someone likes me, I guess. I think it's so interesting, the concept of dating as an influencer, like legit millions of people following you. Do you think that makes it like weirder or just like normal weird?
The guy that I'm going on a date with on Friday thinks that
fun.
I'm in marketing.
Wait, so you lie?
I
mean,
it depends
technically
on the
market yourself.
situation.
That's
I
not a
feel
lie.
like
You're your
it's
own
just-
marketing director.
Like, it depends where I meet the guy. If it's on an app, if it's on Raya where they like see the handle, then I can't lie.
Really quick, can you tell people what Raya is?
Yes. So Raya is quote unquote the celebrity dating app, but really, I feel like everyone's on there
It's
now.
changed
It's
because
who
it
you
used to
know.
be that,
Only
but now you
celebs.
can refer people.
Back when I couldn't get on for 2 years, that's what it was.
She got
Now
rejected.
that I'm
Get
on-
waitlisted,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then-
Like
You
my
can get a friend
agent got me on.
request.
But I think if you're on an app like that where you kind of assume people are like some sort of influential something or another, then it is a little less weird. I have no idea. I actually, weirdly, you guys, never did a dating app.
That's great.
I mean, is it my sister met her husband though online?
I
and
mean,
they-
yeah, I think I
they're
like that the
super
stigma
happy.
has
And she even used like a more, she wasn't matched, right?
My
eHarmony?
sister did all of them. So have you ever like dated someone long term from like Araya or like a dating app or anything?
No, nothing
No.
long term.
How many dates a week do you go on?
I'd say like once every few weeks.
Good for you.
I just kind of go for fun, and I like meeting new
But
people.
like one every few weeks? Or do you like
Yeah,
set
oh,
up
yeah.
a few in the
No,
same?
just like one every few weeks.
I
or
can't
so.
talk to multiple people at the same time.
I can't either. I try.
It's
I
too
try
confusing.
So
Not even
hard.
from an emotional
I just,
level.
I can't handle that much. And how many conversations and like things I need to remember.
Or
I
accidental
can't.
texting. I was the person receiving the accidental text.
They were dating two people and you were one of them?
No, the person told me that they loved me, but was telling someone else, and then I received it, and I was like,
That is
weird.
very
Did you reply back that you loved them too?
no, it wasn't.
Oh,
It
good.
wasn't a mutual feeling, unfortunately.
Oh, well, that's- no,
So-
I think that's
Good.
pretty fortunate, actually.
very sad. I was so down in my like my decade plus of singledom. Blind date anytime. Anytime someone asked, I was there. Are
I
you
haven't
like
done
that?
a blind date yet.
Did people set you up?
No. All my
you-
friends are gay or Alicia. So.
That sounds like a dream, actually.
I don't ever get set up either. And I'm always like, is it because people don't have someone to set me up with, or is it they don't want to set me up?
I feel down for a blind date. I mean, I feel like an online date is kind of similar to just like a blind date. I'd actually rather go on a blind date because at least they're friends with someone. There's like a mutual. So
True, you have someone vouching for them. Because
Exactly.
do you have situations where you see someone on a dating app, go on the date, and you get there and you're like,
False advertising.
oh, fully different or just like weird, completely.
What are you looking for?
My type is something that my friend has coined. It's called a 307. It's a term that she likes to use.
307.
is
What
that an area code? Is that like Inland
Actually, don't
Empire?
even know.
Race, trucks, and tattoos.
As long as it's not the 909.
What's the 909?
That's
It's Inland
Riverside.
Empire.
That's the IE, as we would call it.
I should have known that. Yeah, there was a dance group in my college called the 909. 307s they have around 307 followers or less, but they understand the complexity of having 307,000 followers.
But you have millions.
It's like same-ish thing, you know? They understand like having a large following, but they don't want a large following, but they're just like
How do they
normal
understand
dudes.
it?
I feel like they're just like down. I've dated, like every guy that I've dated, I would say is like a 307. They're just like, yeah, cool, do your thing. And then
That's the
like
best.
they're gonna do their own thing. They like work in like
Finance.
finance.
Great.
They
Great
majored
guy.
in business. They're like very uncreative, but like very nice. And all of their photos on Instagram can consist of like Mother's Day with the bros, Sunday, like things
Yes.
like that. Like
Oh,
that's
you are like a
your
guy
life.
that's like who you met in college, but like you didn't meet them in college.
Exactly.
I'm like, you are describing Chris,
Dudes
my
do.
fiance right
yes,
now.
I'm
Literally
normal,
to a T.
straight dude. That's what I'm looking for.
Have you ever had anyone, because I've had a few friends where this happened, where I guess first question, have you ever dated another person that had a lot of followers?
Influencers are not
Hard
Hard
pass?
pass.
hard.
Like,
Wait, who is the hot influencer I could set you guys up with though? Like who's single?
I don't want to. Do you want to?
she wants me just to have a forced PR relationship to help my brand.
Oh my
I've
god.
had a few friends though go on dates where like they were like live streaming during the date, or trying. And same with Jesse went on a date with someone where they did that. Or that like friends tell me that they've like taken their phone and followed them on Instagram and stuff and tried to. And I'm like, that's so weird.
I did date this one. Well, I wouldn't say I dated him. I went on one date with him and I was set up. I guess it was a blind date. Oh my god.
girl, you
I
like blind
did. Well, it
dates.
went horribly wrong. Best
Blocked it
friend
out.
set me up with this guy because I had like matched with him on Bumble forever ago. And then I wanted to do this video where followers controlled my date. So I did it and I was like, oh my god, like call your friend and ask him if he'll be in the video because he's really cute. And he was like, yeah, totally. The guy was down. I took him to Disneyland for the day. We did a full video and it like went really well. He asked me on another date after your eyes are now.
That's a big commitment already.
It was
I'm like,
so
good for you.
For the first, like, it wasn't a real date because obviously our friend was there, but like, that's a long
But
period
if
of
you
time
guys
to hang out
still
with
have a
someone
good
for.
I thought
time,
you were gonna say it wasn't a real date because it was for a video.
I mean, kind of that too. So he asked me out again. I was like excited, and then I kind of like got some red flags because as soon as the video went up, all of a sudden he goes live. He like live streams 7 times in a day. He's like, "Hey guys, da 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 da," all this stuff.
So
like,
weird.
I didn't tag him in the Instagram picture or like the video or anything because I was like just curious to see if he was like a little bit. We also nicknamed him Clout Demon after.
Clout demon.
Clout Demon. So
I
then
love that. You're even getting a laugh.
this
from
is
me.
this is a very like short version of it. Episode 2, pretty basic. Please listen if you
Go
like.
check out our podcast.
But it basically he started going like live a lot, was making like all these videos and stuff. So my friend called him and was like, dude, the mutual friend. He was
Yeah.
like, dude,
What are you
What are
doing?
you doing? Remi's like uncomfortable. She was like into you, but now like this is weird. And he's like, oh, dude, you know, content, baby, content. But that's my favorite phrase now ever. I got a whole neon.
Is that where that came from?
A 7-foot neon sign in my office
my
of it.
God,
like,
I'm
thank you so
dying.
much to the guy. And then after
Content.
that,
But
it
how
was-
many? And how he had followers or no?
He gained like a couple thousand
before.
from the video. No,
I'm like, is he a
500.
3? He's obviously not a 3.
He was the 307 that like got the taste of fame. and,
Exactly,
like,
exactly. So he doesn't classify because I think a 307 wouldn't do that.
Absolutely not. Actually, Chris and I didn't even post a photo of him for at least a year.
I think
She
that's a
also
good
went
thing,
on
though.
probably a month's worth of dates with him, like bike riding in Santa Monica by the pier, and then she was like, "I think he's work zoning."
Because I'm like getting like
He didn't kiss you for like until, like,
he
the
didn't
fifth,
kiss
I
me
think.
forever. He was just dangling himself in front of me like a carrot. Obviously, it
Love a
worked.
tease.
But I had never been like work zoned before. That's like a really weird term. I like.
that a
I
thing?
They got introduced kind of as like a networking, but like also maybe if you're interested. So it's like you could work
And so
together,
I'm
but it
like-
was really just a scapegoat to get them to meet.
Got it.
I think yes,
That's so
I have been
cute.
friend zoned before once. I'll never.
Oh yeah,
forget.
friend zone. Does that?
I friend zoned quite a bit.
Yes.
Wouldn't classify mine as like other. I don't know.
But for me, pretty much any guy I've ever liked doesn't usually like me back right away. Or they'll like act like they do, and then suddenly it's like left field. They're like, oh,
Okay,
never
then-
mind.
yeah.
But consistently, at least I'd say 2-3 years. Always they come back.
They always come back.
Yeah, they really do.
Ooh, that's very
always-
Pretty Little Liars of you.
Fair, yes.
Oh my gosh,
I can,
wow.
like, time and time again. I don't know why.
I always go back to the Lauren Conrad quote from The Hills. She's like, it's like they have a radar or something.
You hate that. As soon as you stop thinking about them, they'll like send you a text message or they'll call you because they know that you just stopped thinking about them. It's like a radar.
It's so true.
What about like deal breakers? This is something I thought about a lot. I was like, if we can, or if like your jeans are smaller than mine, like I don't think so. If I could pick you up and put you on my hip and carry you comfortably,
Yeah.
no,
That's
I
where
don't
my
know.
height issue comes into play. Like, I don't mind if they're about the same height as me, and I know it's like,
You're tall,
I
actually,
can't help
though.
it if I'm short. Like, that's like asking a girl how much she weighs. Asking her, like, no, it's not. I don't think
I
so.
realized that I had done something very wrong when we had a live show in LA for the podcast, and Alicia asked me, "What's your type?" And a whole room full of young girls went, "Over 6 foot," about me, and I went, "What have I done?"
But you know what's interesting too is like now finally that I have like some good perspective on dating after so many dark years. Chris, not my type. Like for many years, or what I thought was my type, but he's still.
I'm more like,
so
what's your
into it.
type? Because he literally looks like a Ken doll.
But he's more of like, he's a 307. Like he'll listen. He's smart.
Very
He'll tell-
reserved,
He'll tell
I
you
could
how to manage your 401k. You know what I
Hot.
mean?
And talks to you about like your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, and like your deepest emotions.
That's who you want to marry,
Yes.
though. That's who you want to marry.
But like before that, I was like
Lock it down.
always liking guys that were like, I'm hilarious, but I'm also totally like sad. on
Yeah.
the inside. You know what I mean?
Well, I also is that I just don't feel like I like very many people. Like there's people that I'm like, oh, I guess.
Yeah.
But then there's ones that I'm actually into, and I feel like those are few and far between. How much do you like go? Like I dwell on the same person for a while.
Oh, I can be hung up for a long time, but then I also, like, I don't want to waste someone's time. I don't want them to waste my time. So,
I'm a
like,
big not
if
time
it's
waster.
done, like, I'm just like, I'm sorry, like, I'm good. I hope you're good.
But I feel like mine always leave it very open-ended.
Let's
I
talk
gotta
about the
close
fact
it.
that Remi was there when Lily's Coachella boyfriend. So, okay, give us what you remember.
Have we
Nothing.
talked about this? Have you talked about it ever?
Oh, yes, there's a video.
Okay.
Very briefly. Well,
He's
we put up the
featured.
vlog and stuff where he's in it, but we didn't really.
Oh, I forget where I ran into you. And we were like chatting, and then you're like, don't like play it cool. But like this guy is like my Coachella boyfriend.
It was that we had talked, I think, the day before when I met him.
Yes.
And then I was like, this is the guy.
That's right. The next day you're like, this is the guy. I was like, cool, yeah. So then I walked straight up to him and I go, you better not fuck this up, man. She's the best. She's so hot. You're so lucky.
He's a great example of like, oh my gosh, I loved him. He was such a
seems like a
gem.
307.
And you know what? Maybe he is. Maybe he's just finding his 307 still.
Maybe not
You know?
all 307s are great.
Actually, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Because you're actually closer to this age. One of my girlfriends, very smart. She's like a 307 herself, actually.
A female
She's like a female
307.
307. She has this whole theory that there's a danger zone for men aged 26 to 29. It's right after
Great.
college. If you enter the danger zone, you could be like an awesome dude. But you could come out the danger zone, it could be really dangerous.
I literally don't know what that
Wait,
means.
I'm so confused. Yeah, dangerous isn't
What
like
dangerous?
don't
Because,
like, you
date
become-
them.
Yeah, like you go into the danger zone, the 26 to 29, and or maybe it's 24 to 26. I can't remember, but it's
I
like
feel
right
like
after
that's
college.
gotta be
Sounds
it.
about
And
right.
it's like career obsessed or whatever obsessed.
That's all
or
I
like,
date because I'm 24.
So you're in the zone.
The
What is it like in the zone currently? Because I'm out of
Very-
the zone by a while.
I think it's because I don't want to date an influencer. I don't want like so I.
By
just
the way, I
normal
love that.
dates. I don't want
I
to.
love that.
don't
I
want
always
it.
say that I don't want to date an influencer, but it would be nice, even someone that just understands the space a lot. Not that they're like,
Yeah.
YouTube, you make money off
Yeah.
that? Who's that? Because otherwise, then it's just gonna even turn into a resentful
Oh,
thing.
I was
It's
gonna say
like,
resentment.
that's all you do,
Yeah.
blah, blah, but it's
I've
like,
had a couple of those jabs. Like some of us have a real job, and I'm like, oh, okay.
You're
that's
running
fine.
an empire.
It's
okay?
fine. It's I'm
Thank
over it.
you.
They're very confused. They're all like, I don't want a relationship because they're focusing on work. That's a big thing that I've noticed. But also like, I think I just need to date older because I need someone who just kind of like
You're
is
like
also
living
set.
the life of like, it's extraordinary what you're doing. Like, I mean, I don't think many people understand, and this is like a totally separate topic that all of us can connect on. What we get to do is amazing, and we have such a fun time. We're like here in the studio hanging out, but when you're running a business like yours, which you really are, like it's a lot of work. It's not glamorous,
Yeah.
you know? I think it's probably like intimidating.
I've
for some
learned, yeah.
dudes.
A lot of guys say it's like a little intimidating when they're also just like they're starting at like their first real job and they're kind of like at the bottom of the totem pole. They have to work, like I get it and I want to understand, but then it's like
But then it's frustrating. It's like you shouldn't have to apologize for being successful at what you do. Also, I think, for example, I'm 29, so I'm like on dating apps. So
You're
get
almost out of the danger zone.
Yeah, now I'm just being old. But like you get the people, like I have gone out with a 24-year-old, I've gone out with a 26-year-old, and it seems like anyone in that danger zone, they don't want to commit. But then also it's like,
it though. I totally understand.
which I understand, but at the same time, I don't want someone that's like old and wants to get married because I'm like,
I have an older friend who always tells me I should be dating like a 35-year-old. I'm like, that doesn't, no, thank you.
All right, well, we could talk to you all day, but it's time for the rapid fire portion of this chat. So, are you ready?
Ready? I'm nervous, actually. I just got
All right.
they're not that excited.
Okay. Have you ever ghosted someone?
Yes. A lot. A lot.
Like on a date, you leave, like you walk out in the middle and climb out a window?
Fire. We were getting, getting follow-up.
I know, now I'm like, I want more answers.
I'm more like a next day block kind of thing.
Next day block.
Like block their
Aggressive.
number.
Block their number. Oh shit, that's savage.
I don't do it anymore.
Have you ever low-key farted during a date?
I don't think so.
So I feel like your reaction is the same as mine. I don't fart that much.
I also
that's
don't
not-
like when I do it, like think about it.
That's like, ooh, I hope he doesn't know.
The word fart makes me so uncomfortable.
It's so gross.
Snooped in someone else's phone. We'll keep it to like significant other.
No, I actually haven't.
Had a crush on someone else's boyfriend.
Like I think they're cute or would like act on.
Like you're like very sad that they're dating them because you can't.
Oh no.
Stayed with someone to avoid the breakup conversation.
I've never had a boyfriend, so I guess no.
You know what? I'm happy for you guys. I think that's great.
Slid into someone's DMs.
No.
I feel like you slide into celebrities' DMs.
I actually haven't.
Never?
I mean, like I'll tag Chris Evans on Twitter from time to time, but never a DM.
Okay, wait.
That's a little too aggressive.
I love this because I have no shame. I slide into DMs like mostly for friendship or just to be like, I love you. I'll comment on like celebrities' photos like as if I know them. Cute pic.
My best friend does that too. But she doesn't tell me, and I'll just be scrolling down and I see it, and she's like, "Love the baby." So I'm like, she doesn't, Steph. She doesn't. They don't see it.
But you're so like you have such a huge following. Do they ever like respond? Like, what's the craziest
One time,
response?
Chrissy Teigen. I know. I actually wanted to tweet this, but I was like, it's like too annoying. If I'm having a bad day or like I don't know, someone makes me sad, I remember that I'm amazing because Chrissy Teigen follows me, and she has for 3 years.
What?
To this day.
Does she ever like
She
your
replied.
stuff?
She loved. One time she replied to my tweet. She occasionally will like.
That wasn't about her?
No, it was about Lisa Frank. Like I was talking about binders, and she was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Follows you. We're good." She's still
Wait, how
following
many
me.
does she follow? Like, what's her
almost
ratio?
5,000.
That's not a lot compared
For
to 11
million. Oh, we just got a Hinge like. Thank God.
Have you ever dated someone way too young or way too old?
I mean, I feel like you couldn't do too young because then it would be illegal.
Maybe,
Illegal.
but maybe like a 19-year-old.
No one. No, you. I have a thing where they have to be older.
I was once on a date with someone and like making music references, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I was in like 5th grade," and I was like, I'm pretty sure I was in college at that time. I'm like, how old are you?
Oh, you don't look 37 though.
No,
Thank you
That's
so
the whole
much.
episode I wanted to say.
I've had
that,
a whole face transplant.
beautiful,
But
work.
not at all.
Great doctor.
Okay, last thing.
As much as we would love to
Yes.
stay here forever.
Yes.
Since the whole topic of conversation here was really dating, like what's your one bit of dating advice for the people watching?
Because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Share the
Sharing
advice.
is caring. I feel like maybe I'm not the most qualified to give
I
things.
think
You're
you
super
are.
experience makes you qualified.
All right. That makes me feel good. Honestly, red flags. Like, listen to red flags. I read this quote one time that said, all flags look like red flags, and I messed it up.
We'll
Please
Google
edit that
it.
out. Something about how all flags look like red flags if you have rose-colored glasses. Something along those lines.
Ooh.
Something like that. But I feel like listen to your gut. Yeah, I think that's my
Or like you
biggest
can't
thing.
tell they're red flags
If you're wearing
looking
rose.
through- yeah.
I
I like that.
Your one piece of like general life advice, because you're someone who's done a lot, and like I think the number one job like people like kids when they test them is like that they want is to be a YouTuber, which
I
is
know,
wild.
isn't that weird?
Because when I was a kid, like the internet didn't even exist.
My best friend's a kindergarten teacher, and like all of them like, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up. I'm like,
Well, and it's crazy to me because I don't know if that ever means like, do you want to make videos or do you just want to be
famous? Yeah.
So what would you say to the people that want to be YouTubers?
If you're actually making content, I think it's don't follow the trends and make content that you genuinely want to make and that you would watch yourself. Because I think it's so easy to fall into the whole thing of like, oh my god, well this will get me views. This will, like, but that's no fun. And that's why all of us started, was to make it because we enjoy doing it, and then also leading back again to like following your gut. And that's been something that I've been working on the past couple months. There have been like things that projects that I've really started and gotten fully into, and then I was like, I don't think so anymore, and I just fully like shifted and just kind of pulled
Like
out
not
of that.
getting too committed to an idea that you might change later.
Exactly. So I think that's something that I'm trying to implement in my life now and in my dating life.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I mean, look at you.
much
You're
for
like working
coming.
with Nike now. That's a huge deal.
Thank you.
And a million other brands too. I'm like,
And I think in closing, we should tell her
thank you for sharing.
That made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
I feel very like NPR.
She's like, I feel like we're in a cult.
Did you
Okay, well, before we wrap this up, we're gonna link to obviously like your 7,000 things that you have going on the interwebs. You have all the things going on, but like, what are you super excited about right now?
I'm starting a new series on my channel where I'm training like professional athletes. Right now I'm doing Soul Cycle. Literally going to the gym / soul cycling 3 times a day. So
We did a fitness show once, but we only
Can't believe
filmed
I
that
can
like
walk.
once a month, and it was hard.
Are you gonna do other sports?
yeah, hopefully that's where I'm gonna meet my husband. I'm trying to be a wag. That's what I'm trying.
Oh my gosh, just stay away from that Tristan character. It's bad news.
Bad news bear.
Well, I think that's it for today, even though we would like you to just stay forever.
I would love to.
If that would be
You're
okay.
welcome to come back anytime.
Every episode.
I would be fine with that. Guys, please share this video and subscribe if you haven't, and subscribe to Remi, but you probably already are.
Salutations.
Bye.